start by thinking, if we were to create a product, what is the process that we follow today to create any product, right? It could be a website, it could be an app, it could be a service, it could be anything, right? How do we go about doing this today? We start with an idea, straightforward, right? I mean, somebody comes up with an idea and says, hey, listen, let's do this. This is a really cool idea. Sure, okay. What next? We need some engineering people, so we need, okay, who's going to build this stuff? So we assemble a bunch of engineers and say, you know, it could be for the guitar tuner, if it's a hardware product, it could be hardware engineers, if it's a software product, software engineers, and so forth, right? Who else is involved? Designers? All of us, right? Most of us. So then we assemble designers saying that, hey, listen, you know, now we have an idea, you know, we need designers and we have engineering, and great, right? I mean, we have everything we need to now build a great product. So that's a typical process. You know, somebody thinks of an idea, they assemble designers, engineers, and try to build a particular product. Let's actually do this product. Let's actually build a particular product and try and see what we come up with, right? So take about 3 minutes. Okay, you guys have pens and pads in front of you. Okay, let's design a watch. Right, simple product that all of us use it. Okay, it would be a fun experiment to try and see what we imagine when we imagine a watch. You could pair teams or whatever else, but just draw something that comes first thing in your mind. All of us are either product people, engineers, or designers, right? So we should have all the skills required to do this. So I'm going to give you like 2 minutes to quickly sketch something, and then we'll take it forward from there, right? I'm going to walk around and see if you guys need any help.
It's a wristwatch.
Wristwatch, yes. Okay. So you guys have something of sorts which looks like a watch, you know, in front of you all. Everybody's a designer here or a product person, so I'm hoping that you know, you guys have something valuable and meaningful. The way I do it usually when we do it at office is that each team comes up and talks about what they built, but since we don't have the time today, we'll skip that part and not embarrass everybody here. And we'll move on. Cool. So we've taken some time to create our watch, and now let's think about this person coming to our shop or our website to buy our watch, right? And then let's imagine for a second that this person happened to be a runner, right? You guys do a self-evaluation of the watch that you guys have made and evaluate, does the watch fit into the requirements of this particular person, right? It could be anybody. I'm just taking any random example. We didn't set the context beforehand, right? But for a minute, just evaluate everything that this particular person would need, right? Let's go through it. What would a marathon runner need in a watch? Stopwatch, brilliant. What else? Let's think about what a marathon runner does. Seconds, time to the seconds, sure. What else?
Heart rate.
Something very light.
Heart rate, something very light, brilliant, excellent examples. What else? Sweat proof, yes. I mean, so that you know you're running, you're sweating, so you need some material that's sweat proof, excellent.
Speedometer.
Say that again.
Speedometer.
Speedometer, yes, so that I can count how far I've done and so forth. So let's see the requirements. Some of the requirements you guys said brilliantly, yes. Digital time to seconds, lightweight, measures distance, needs stopwatch, and so forth, right? Now just in 30 seconds of us thinking about a runner, in our minds, we've got a bunch of great requirements that might fit the bill for this particular individual, right? How many of us started out designing our watch with just thinking ourselves in mind? Right? That's the easiest thing to do. When we design things what we would like. And we don't empathize with what our users might want, or what they might want, or what their situation or what their context is, right? And this is the biggest mistake that not just you guys, we make it very often. You know, even though we have all this context, it's just very easy to forget about who we're designing for, why we're designing something, what does that person need, right? Let's take another example. Let's say it's a scuba diver. What are the requirements?
Waterproof.
Obvious, yes, waterproof. What else? Yes, great. Illumination, depth. How deep am I going? What else?
GPS.
Say that again.
GPS to guide.
I can't hear them.
GPS. GPS.
GPS, of course, yes. What direction I'm going in to guide me. You know, if I'm going the wrong direction. and to bring me sort of back. Something like haptic touch will help. So, because I can't see my watch, very often, even for the runner example, something that just gently taps if I achieve my goal, taps if I'm going sort of straight. What else? Any other examples? What can we build for the scuba diver?
Large display so that it's visible easily.
Absolutely, because it's underwater, you need some kind of a large illuminated display. So at a glance, I can quickly see the key stats that I'm looking at. Perfect, so brilliant. Now we know what a scuba diver is, right? So if you were to start our design process, thinking about if a scuba diver were to come to me, you would need these, you would have done a great job about it, right? Like we rightly pointed out, digital time seconds, backlit display, measures depth, measures water temperature, and the list could go on, right? What else? Let's take one last example. Let's say the person coming to us is a celebrity. What would they need? Design. Stylish, absolutely. Unique, absolutely. Exclusivity. What else? Say that again. Expensive, of course. Exclusive, expensive. Great ideas. What else? Sorry?
Premium look and feel.
Premium look and feel. Yes, absolutely.
Quality of material.
Great examples. Like you said, exclusive, expensive, color options. Does it need to show time? Maybe not, right? I mean, they probably have 10,000 people around them to tell them time. Hey, what's the time? It doesn't need to show time. That's the last thing that a celebrity needs in a watch. They just need it to match to their dress that they're wearing today and just needs to be stylish, expensive, and so forth, right? So once again, if you think about, if you gave a celebrity, all the stuff that we design, amazing, heat resistance, temperature, time, all that stuff, they would care damn about those things, right? They care about their requirements are very different, their context is very different. They need uniqueness, they need to stand out, they need exclusivity, they need expensive, and these are the requirements of a celebrity when they wear a watch. So as you can see, right, the spectrum of extremely useful, to something that is completely at the other end of the spectrum. From only a simple example of a watch. Now you can apply this thinking to anything that we're making, right? It could be a website, it could be it could be an app, it could be a service. Most of these things follow a very, very similar train of thought. You start by asking a lot of these questions that we're going to talk about in slides to come. So, does a great idea, right, of telling time is a great idea, right? I mean, I want to be able to tell time. Back in the day, nobody was able to do that. They would look at the sun and then draw some patterns and then they'd figure time out, right? So telling time is a great idea. Engineering is great because it's important. It helps us put that idea to life. So is design. Design helps us make things functional, right? We're able to interact with it and so forth. But are these things enough to make a great user experience? We had all these three components when we started out to design our watch, right? We had an idea, we had design, we had engineering. What is it that we are missing, right? These things definitely are not enough, just not enough to make a product successful. We need to understand our users. Who's going to use our product? Why are they using our product? What is their context of use, right? So we need to understand our users, the tasks that they are coming to use to do when they come to our websites, to our products, to our apps, and their context, right? And context is really, really important. All these things that we talked about, all the ideas that you guys came up with was because you guys started thinking about the context of a runner, of a marathon runner, of a scuba diver, of a celebrity. So let's take it a little further.